Hello, welcome to the American Business Podcast. This is Kevin Deveci, your host. I'm welcoming you to episode 74 in the American Business Podcast. American Business Podcast is the voice of American business. We have a special guest today. Let's welcome our guest and let's get the conversation started. Hello, Josh. How are you? Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me, and congratulations on making it to episode 74. A lot of podcasts and live streams never make it past episode 15. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. I totally appreciate this compliment. Well, we started this journey at the end of February. I want to say I will say March to be more official, and well, so far we are very happy with the interest from the business community as well as the next generation. We keep it educational, we keep it informative, and it's very consistent. We do it every week, and we enjoy it, and we believe we create value. I think we're gonna grow even further. That's how it looks like it, and this is really exciting for us. And we are truly um, motivated and inspired by the interest and support that we get from the business community. It's absolutely a humbling experience for us.
Good. That if you do it from a place of giving, it always works out better for everyone, including yourself, which is just awesome.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Well, again, thank you so much for being with us today. Happy Friday, first of all.
Yes.
So, how is your week going so far?
It has been an interesting week. There's been, like every other business owner, there's ups, there's downs. There's 1 minute where you're celebrating, the next minute where you're crying. Sometimes those are within the same 5 minute time period. But there's been some really good stuff. And we just had a big announcement that I'm proud of is Higher Ed PodCon is coming to Cleveland, which is right in the area where I'm at. So it's going to be on my home turf. We've done some stuff to get that there. So I'm excited.
Yeah, that's great. Well, if that's okay, we can get our conversation started.
Yeah.
As a start, would you please introduce yourself and your organization briefly to our audience and to our listeners?
Sure. I am Josh Trokey. I am the owner of Pedal Stomper Productions. I started this because I loved video, and then I found so many business owners had problems creating content and the actual marketing of stuff and finding the purpose behind it. So that's what we do is we take the pain out of content creation for business owners, largely through podcasting. Imagine you know something about podcasting, don't you?
I believe I do, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, the podcast is actually very popular nowadays, and it looks like. And I also love to get your insight as well. The times are right. These are the times for the podcasting, and it also creates an opportunity for businesses in different sizes to create their own ecosystem, own channel system to send their message. What do you think?
Oh, 100%. As AI has stepped in and kind of made content from a tech standpoint a little bit of a commodity anymore. It's this type of personal connection. It's you and I talking. It's people. It's being people facing. It's being engaged with other people. The value of that has really gone up recently, and that's, one of the huge things that I love about it. First off, I get to meet people like yourself and hear about you and your story and things of that nature. But I get to hear from actual people rather than something that was put into a large language model, massaged into something that sounds maybe a little bit. They took the double dashes and the rocket ships out of it, and then they reposted it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, recently something that I found out was actually the AI-based software system translate entire language in the video, and I had a chance to try it. It completely changed my conversation into Spanish, and all of a sudden I'm speaking Spanish fluently, and everything just works out well. My mouth just works correctly, the words are correct, and I ask people who are native speakers, native Spanish speakers, and they were like also amazed too.
Yeah,
So
we've seen a lot of that like starting to happen, and it's good because the thing that I would say is okay. The the words may come out in another language. The expressions, the hand motions, the gestures, the smiles, the eye movements. Those
yes,
are going to be those things that are all going to be that human piece. And to me, that's one of the things that I want to make sure that we don't lose is that human side of it.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, Josh, how did your career started? How did it unfold? Were there any unexpected turns that you can share with us?
um, my career has more twists and turns than a rat trying to find cheese in a maze. I started out in performance automotive, then I went to regular like automotive repair. I did a stint in agriculture. I then ended up in trucking, and I've always had video as a hobby. When I was at the truck dealership, I was in sales and I needed to find a way to sell more trucks. So what I ended up doing was I made videos about some of these trucks. I ended up with 19,000 subscribers. I had a couple of videos with 1 million views that were literally helping me sell trucks. And I found that I loved the video. And that's when I started the company. It was a side hustle.
Mhm.
Started the company as a side hustle and found how much I truly loved video and helping people create content. And it was interesting. Right after I started the business as a side hustle, we had done a video for a political candidate, and the campaign manager called me about a week later and he goes, "Hey, he goes, one of my other clients has a podcast. He's like, do you edit those?" And I'm like, "Is there a check attached?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Great, we edit them." Is so
Why not?
that's right, right. There was a check involved. Sure, let's do it. So that is how we ended up getting into podcasting. And I mean, we haven't turned back since. I've absolutely loved it.
Yeah, that's very exciting. When you look at your work on daily basis, what are the exciting and challenging parts of your work on each day?
Um, the exciting pieces are getting the people 100%. Getting, like I said, getting the chance to talk with you, getting a chance to talk with some of the people I have in the studio. I teach a podcasting class at a local community college. And in that studio, we've had Congresswoman Chantel Brown. We had Beth Hammock, who is the president of the Cleveland Federal Reserve. I mean, I get to talk with and work with people that I have no business talking and working with, just because they're such a high level, and the depth and breadth of people that I get to talk to. I mean, like I said, president of the Federal Reserve. And I mean, other people that, I mean, we have someone that does a race car podcast. We have real estate. I get to learn about all these cool things and we get paid for it. That is the cool piece. From the tough piece, it's like any other business. There are days where you're like, ugh. There are tough clients. There are people that eventually just, I mean, they get pod burn. They burn out on their pod or pod fade. They burn out on their podcast and like, we're just done doing this. Um, it's also competitive. There's a lot of people doing it. So making sure that we're staying ahead of the game. That's a task.
It is absolutely. And to your point, I have similar experience talking to professionals just like yourself and others, and everyone has I call it professional wisdom. So they bring those insights, and when I'm interviewing them, it's a great opportunity for me to learn as well. I'm literally learning from them. It's just like a school.
100%. I feel the same way. I mean, like I said, we've got an estate attorney now that we've picked up recently as a client. So and it's funny. As soon as she came into the studio, I'm like, I got to get my stuff in line. I was kind of like, I need to think about a will and a trust and all those other things, and I'm like, crud. So I mean, she's going to write me a check, and then I'm just probably going to write her a check back.
Well, that's great. So one of the things that I learned that I always learn something, but one of them that I was really like surprised, and I was happy to have that uh, episode was talking about life work integration. It was interesting to me. It's because we keep talking about life work balance, right? So just work whenever you're gonna work, then leave the work and then go back to your life, however that may be. So we always talk about these division, right? So keeping it separate, balance, and so on. and we had a guest, and he talked about life work integration. You integrate it. Well, it's basically, I mean, many of us do it in some form, but the way that he actually articulated and talk about it was really educational. I never forget it. So that's something that I'll always remember.
It's funny. I think about that all the time too, because people always ask me, like, Josh, they're like, you work an incredible amount. And I'm like, yeah. It's like, did I work until 9 p.m. last night? Yes. Did I also take my motorcycle out for 2.5 hours on the way to a client's place that was only like 20 minutes away? Also, yes.
Yes. But I'm sure when you were riding a motorcycle, job work was in your mind. You thought about it. You
I,
think
I,
about it.
it,
I'm sure.
it does
Even if
cross
you're
my
not
mind.
even if you're not doing it, you think
Yep.
about it. It's always in your mind.
Constantly. I
That's how
guess
it
I would say
goes.
the motorcycle's one of the areas where one of the few areas where I get clarity where I'm not thinking about it, but like in the car, in the
You cannot
shower,
help it. You
eating
cannot
dinner.
help it.
No, it is just constantly there. And I don't you know what, to me,
That's how
there's
it is. Yeah.
some people think about that as a bad thing. To me, it's the challenge. It's the how do I want to do this next? I truly enjoy that piece of it. If I
Mhm.
didn't, I mean, so many of us as business owners, if we didn't enjoy like that thought process and that, we would be out a long time ago.
Absolutely. I think that is one of the ways to stay competitive. And seems simply put, that's how we stay in business. We have to make a
Yes.
difference. I mean, if my competitor is sleeping and if I'm working, then
Yes.
who has a head start? It's pretty obvious. So in that sense, that extra effort makes the difference.
The other thing that I always think about too is, I mean, I have a number of employees and I'm like, what can I do to make their work easier? What can I do to make their work better? I've been lucky enough to find some amazing people to work with, and I want to do everything that I possibly can to keep them. So it's thinking of the, hey, is there a tool that we can help them with? Is there a how can I bring some of that spark back to what they're doing?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, let's talk about AI. We briefly discussed it earlier, but let's dive a little deeper if that's okay. So,
Yeah.
based on your professional experience, your observation with other colleagues and other business owners, how do you see the impact of AI? That's part one. And part two, should we regulate AI and how?
Oh, the part two is a tough one, so I'll spend more time on part one.
Okay.
AI to me, the effect I think it's going to have is I think AI is going to do for a lot of knowledge workers what Henry Ford did for blacksmiths. That we still have some blacksmiths out there, which is great, but they're much more specialized and they're more artisans. I feel the same way about a fair bit of knowledge work. Now, this is not something that I'm going to say next week. We're flipping the script, and all of a sudden, someone's going to hit a switch, and everyone's out of a job. No, but I see that we're going to have a shift in what people are going to be doing. There's going to be work. I feel pretty good about saying that there's going to be work, but I feel like there's going to be a shift in what people are doing and how they're doing it. The To me, that's both the good and the bad of it. It's going to change how we do things, and I think it's going to change it faster than a lot of people are prepared for. In terms of the regulation of it, boy, this is one of those things where I I think probably some, but I don't know how, and I don't know, I mean, I don't know enough about the inner workings in order to say, "We're gonna pull this lever," and I there's so many unintended consequences on both sides that I guess I don't know enough about to speak wisely about, and the other piece to that is I don't wanna be the guy to pull that switch, just in case something goes sideways.
Absolutely. Well, so let's talk about marketing channels a little bit. Based on your experience, also based on your professional observation and insights, what are the best marketing channels that bring the highest ROI based on your experience?
To me, it's not. a channel. It is a combination of using a number of things. It used to be that they would say you have to see something 8 times before you remember it. Now we are so bombarded that they're saying it's typically somewhere in the mid 30s before you actually recall that, oh, yeah, I have seen that before. So to me, it's a combination of things, and that's one of the reasons. Like in our business, we turn podcasts into blogs, into emails, into social media clips. We tell people that you need to engage in person as much as you can. You need to engage with just direct outreach as much as you can. It 10, 12 years ago, you could push the social media button, and you could be pretty darn sure that when you push the social media button, the cash register buttons would also get pressed. It's such a crowded landscape anymore that, to me, to say that there is a platform, that there's one thing, um, we just haven't found that to be the case. The other thing that we see with it is one of the things that I always love to ask people in the podcasting class I teach, as a matter of fact, these are not marketing people. These are people that are like looking to do, typically some of them for their business, a lot of them for personal reasons. But I ask them, I'm like, why do social media platforms exist? And the biggest answers that I get are, oh, to connect people, or to allow people to see what's going on with this, that, and the other. And I let them talk about this for about 2 or 3 minutes. And then I finally say, okay, those are all interesting answers. Do you want the real answer? And they look at me like, well, we thought that was the real answer. And I pause and I say, to make money. That's it. That is the only reason why social media exists. So, and they all look at me like, oh, yeah. Mark Zuckerberg is not like the 10th richest person on the planet because he's generous. It's because, and he wanted to connect. He doesn't care who he connects. He just cares that someone writes him a check. So when I get people to look at it like, okay, look, they are here to make money. So what can you do to help them make money? Either you're going to do ads, or you're going to do things that are going to keep people engaged with their platforms so they can sell more ads. And it's a combination of, once again, those two things, along with the blog to support your information, along with the podcast, that when someone wants more information, they can go out and find it. It's that, to me, it's why we've taken I don't want to say a holistic approach to it, but a much deeper than just a, hey, post stuff to Instagram or post it to TikTok and away you go. The other thing that I want to say with that too is I learned a business lesson very early in my career. I worked for a company, Summit Racing Equipment. They did mail order car racing parts. And right after, they were about 98% of their business was mail order, and all they did was ship with UPS, and UPS went on strike.
Huh.
And they couldn't ship anything for 6 weeks.
Wow.
Thankfully, the business was cash rich enough that they could support that, and they made it out of that okay. But to me, it was a big lesson about all your eggs in one basket. When they sort of kind of shut TikTok down a while back, there were so many people like, I've lost my platform. And I'm like, well, you shouldn't just be in one spot. So it's, once again, it's that holistic approach, to me, is what truly marketing is. And then there's a strategy behind it too.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a great insight. Yeah, truly appreciate. That's great. Well, let's talk about role models a little bit. Have you had any role models? Have you had any mentors who helped shape your career journey?
Yeah, there's one in particular, David Barna. He was the CFO at the semi truck dealership where I was at, and we didn't work together for terribly long. And I found him kind of later in my career. But he very much kind of pointed out things to me that basically the way you lead people is, here's where we need to go. How can I help? You cannot say the first thing without saying the second thing. He's like, so tell people where to go and ask them what you can do to make it possible for them. He goes, I mean, he made leadership to me just so incredibly clear. by saying that. I mean, I know there's tons of leadership and how to lead classes and that. If you just show up and tell people like, look, we need to get to this place. What do you need for me to do this? It is so wonderful. The other one, the other thing that has so stuck with me is I work with another trucking company, and they move, I mean, over $1 billion of trucks every year. And I saw the owner. I was filming something. The owner was walking out towards me, and I hear him on the phone, and he's like, "Well," he goes, "That's all you get. That's all you can give me. Then that's all you can give me. But we're not happy about it." And he just hangs up the phone. He's normally a goodbye type of guy. So I mean, the fact that he just hung up the phone, I was like, "Oh, he's grumpy." And great, he's talking to me. So as he's walking to me, I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" And I said, "That seemed like a rough phone call." And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "We ordered 1,100 trucks for next year, and they just told me I'm only going to get 700." And I was like, the numbers. I mean, former operations guy here. The numbers start reeling around in my head, and I'm like, "That's like a 35% hit to business." And without hesitating, he looked at me and he shrugs his shoulders and he goes, "It's a moving target." Ever since that day, any problem that has ever been presented to me in my business, I've just been like, it's a moving target. Now, granted, I don't always go, ahead of time. Sometimes there's a few uh-ohs and crying. Uh,
Happens,
but
yes.
yeah, but I just realized business is just 100% a moving target, and how quickly and easily you're willing to adapt to that moving target.
Yes, that flexibility, that agility makes a
Yes.
big difference.
Yes.
If you have one key career lesson that you learned the hard way that you can share with our audience, what would it be?
Oh, trust people. Find good people and trust them. There has been so many times where I have just hogged stuff, and one of my editors, brilliant woman, does a phenomenal job. And I've been hoarding some of these things in my business that I thought, well, I'm the only one that can do this. And no, I am definitely not. She's an incredibly talented woman. I have started giving her more and more things to do, more and more challenges, and she has taken them on and just been amazing with them. And yeah, no, I needed to do that sooner.
Is there a book, a show, a movie that helped shape your perspective and or your career?
It's interesting. There is my favorite book has started to kind of. I see some life lessons with it. It's called Ghost Rider. It is by Neil Peart. He was the drummer for the band Rush. And I ride motorcycles. He also rode motorcycles. And he went on. Long story long, he faced two tragedies back to back. His daughter died on her way to college, and 6 months later, his wife died. And I mean, he's like, "Screw this. Been a tough year. I'm going for a ride." And so he started in Toronto, took off for North Pole, Alaska, and then went down to Belize. And he kept a journal. And in that journal, he talked about so many lessons that he learned out on the road that I thought, boy, these are just life lessons all in one spot. And I've read the book 2 or 3 times now because I always find something in it that I just go back to.
That's amazing. If you have a chance to go back history, personally or historically, which timeline would you like to go back in history and why?
I wouldn't. I think we
I'm
are.
not going back.
No, I really wouldn't. And it's funny. I think so many people when like when I've given this question a lot of thought. You go back 100 years, people did not have hot showers. I love my hot showers. There be things that would be cool to see knowing what I know now. Yes, but I tell you what, there's so many things that I love about today and about what we've got in front of us. I don't want to go anywhere else.
They didn't have ChatGPT. They didn't have Google.
No, they
No cell
didn't.
phones. No laptop.
No, no. I mean, the
Just pen and
motorcycles
paper.
weren't as good, right? No, we are in, and absolutely amazing time. And to me, like I said, if I knew what I knew now, taking it back, some things may be interesting, but for the most part, I think we're in an amazing time for humans.
I'm staying in the century. That's a safer bet.
Yes, yes, yes,
Well, that
yes.
was great. Well, what are your um, biggest passions and interests outside of work? I heard biking. I mean, riding motorcycle.
Yep. Riding motorcycles. I wake up at 4 o'clock every morning so I can move heavy objects around. I weightlift. I am 47 years old and can bench press 265 pounds
That's great.
and can squat 315 still. It's a struggle. um, but for me, I truly enjoy that. It's a challenge for me too. And the other way that I look at it is too is if I wake up and do something like insanely difficult every morning, the rest of the day should be pretty easy, right?
Yes, that's a great start. That's for sure. Well, regardless, we have challenges on daily basis when we are at work, when we are working with our clients, and so on. So, how do you stay motivated and inspired in the face of these challenges at work on daily basis?
Um, it's funny. I've been asked this question before, and to me, I've just always thought there's no other option. To me, quitting isn't an option. It's just not. I don't know why my brain just says no, you can't do that. It doesn't even flash across. It just is one of those things where my brain is like, okay, we just got to figure this out. That leads to some hard times, but boy, it's I, I guess I would say I don't need the motivation. I just hate failing so much that that's what keeps me going.
Yeah, that's definitely inspirational. So when we look at our audience in general, we have a mix. Some of our audience, they are next generation professionals. They're entering the job market. Some of them are seniors, and some of them are in the mid of their career journey. Do you have any career advice for the next generation who are entering the job market?
I spent a lot of my early career being right instead of being effective. I would see the numbers or the data or something like that, and I would just try and brute force it and be like, no, look at the numbers. And people are like, well, there's nuance to how this needs to, no, 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 numbers. So rather than seeking understanding, I would just look at one number and try and brute force what I thought through straight down whoever's throat was standing there. Um, Look at things to be effective, not necessarily do things in a way that's effective, not necessarily just to be right.
I appreciate it. Well, for those who like to, continue this conversation with you, also to learn more about your company, what is the best way to contact you and be in touch with you?
Oh, I am all over the place. Pedal Stomper Productions on Instagram, on LinkedIn. There's Pedal Stomper Productions podcasting on LinkedIn. Pedal Stomper Productions website. Also, my personal LinkedIn. I mean, my name. I see my name right down here.
Right there.
Is
Yes.
is so yeah. I mean, to reach out to me on LinkedIn. Also, I by all means, I love meeting new people and hearing new stories. So by all means, please reach out.
Josh, thank you so much for being with us in your busy schedule on this beautiful Friday. And it was a great conversation. I enjoyed it. And it was also informative for us. Thank you so much for being with
Good.
us.
Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity. This was a ton of fun.
Yes, pleasure is all mine. And I wish you a great weekend. Thank you.
Thanks, you too.
See you around. Thanks. Well, to our audience and to our listeners, we had a great episode today. And I hope you learned something new. Well, as I always say in each the American Business Podcast episode, you learn something new. And that is how we continuously improve ourselves as professionals. And there is always something new to learn on daily basis. And that is our mission at the American Business Podcast, the voice of American business. We invite professionals. They are so kind to be with us, and they share their professional wisdom with us. They share their professional insights with us. And with that, we grow all together. That's great, and we truly appreciate it. Well, would you like to learn more about the American Business Podcast? You can visit our website, americanpodcast.tv, and we actually update our website on weekly basis, so you can see our coming schedule, who is coming as a guest, as well as what type of subjects we will be covering. You can learn about it, americanpodcast.tv. Would you like to be a guest in our podcast? You can send us an email, americanbusinesspodcast@gmail.com. We also welcome advertisers and sponsoring companies. As you know, we are getting new sponsors in recent weeks. We appreciate the support coming from our sponsors, advertisers. And if you like to be a sponsor and advertise in our podcast, please send us an email, americanbusinesspodcast@gmail.com. As you know, a couple of weeks ago, we got YouTube Silver Award. Now we are an award winner business podcast, and I'd like to thank you for your support. We are inspired, we are motivated. It's definitely a humbling experience for us. And we have a great pipeline coming up. Right now, we are booking interviews and guests for December and January. We have a great pipeline, great professionals will be with us in coming weeks, and we'll keep bringing you these educational, these informative business podcasts with great content. If you haven't done so, please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Also, please share your thoughts if you are feeling generous, because we are talking about very popular subjects: AI, international trade, tariffs. Especially AI is a very popular subject. What do you think about AI? How does it impact your business and your professional experience? Put it in the comments in the chat box and tell us what you think. It is important for us, and let's get this conversation started and keep it going. Great. What else is happening? On September 19, we have the online exclusive business networking event. Please join us. That is an exclusive event, and it'll be online. You can connect from anywhere as a business professional. You can introduce yourself, your business, your offering, your products and services. We'll only have 10 professionals. You'll be in front of thousands of the American Business Podcast followers, supporters, as well as businesses following the American Business Podcast. It is scheduled for September 19 at 10 a.m. I have the QR code on the screen. When you scan the QR code, it'll take you to the registration page for the Connection America Business Alliance online exclusive networking event. I hope you can join us. The last month was really fun. We had 7 professionals with us. That was great. We also create this education environment. We also had a chance to learn about their products, services, and companies. I hope you can join us. It is for September 19, and please scan the QR code to register. We started the American Business Podcast membership program, and we have different membership types that you can pick, you can choose, and you can support us in the form that will work for us. We truly appreciate your support. If you scan this QR code, it'll take you to a membership page that you can see the membership types and pick the one that you like and join the membership program. We need the support from you, and if you join us as a member, that'd be great, and I hope you can make it. Let's talk about our sponsors, Ms. Excel. If you like to learn Excel and other Microsoft software systems in a fun and enjoyable way, consider Ms. Excel. If you scan this QR code, it'll take you to their website. You can see their course catalog. You can pick the one that you're interested, and before you check out, make sure to use the discount code coming from the American Business Podcast. It is ABP 2025, and you'll enjoy the Ms. Excel's enjoyable, fun way of teaching Excel and other Microsoft business software systems. If you're in the market for an accounting software system, an ERP software system, you can consider iTech for SAP ERP software products. They are specialized in SAP. They do SAP software, accounting software implementation, configuration, training, and support. When you scan this QR code, it'll take you to their website, and when you get in touch with them, make sure you hear about them from the American Business Podcast. If you are in the market for a CRM software system, consider the Marvelous CRM software. That is an AI-powered CRM software, comes with email blasting, social media management, sales pipeline management, as well as website design and reporting functionalities. That's easy to use, and it's designed for small and mid-sized companies. When you scan this QR code, it'll take you to their page. You can learn more about the Marvelous CRM software, and you can subscribe to the software if you are in the market for a CRM software to increase your sales as well as marketing activities and effect of marketing that you are performing. IP Vanish VPN. I use IP Vanish VPN to keep my internet surfing and internet activities safe. If you're in the market for a VPN software, you can consider IP Vanish. It's a solid system. I use it as well, as I mentioned. When you scan this QR code, it'll take you to their page. You can learn more about IP Vanish VPN, and you can subscribe if you're in the need of VPN software on daily basis. Great. That's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the coming The American Business Podcast episodes. American Business Podcast is the voice of American business. Thank you very much.